There is one thing I've spoken about often, and I want this to get through to you. You see me look upstairs because the camera of the iPad is below, because I'm charging the iPad at the moment, as you can see. So don't be distracted by that. From time to time I look into the camera to address you directly, but okay. Satan sees potential. Think what I just said. Satan sees potential. He sees possibilities. He sees options. And he acts on those options. Satan, despite being the chief sodomite, is quite manly when it comes to taking his chances. Am I praising the devil? No, I'm just being plain to you here. What I mean is the following. If you have someone that grew up in a household that's broken, therefore they are dysfunctional, what does society do? Society labels the individual as annoying, as someone without boundaries, someone that's rude, blah, 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 and people blame them. People blame them for not being able to please them. As if that individual can help they grew up in a dysfunctional environment. Now, when such things happen, instead of the community looking beyond and seeing, okay, this individual grew up in a very dysfunctional household, you know what? We're not going to blame this individual because the individual can't be blamed for that. We are going to develop projects to assist the individual to be delivered from what's haunting him or her. When we do that, we together as a community will all benefit. There are very few people thinking like this. Amongst unbelievers, there are some thinking like this, but it's very few people. Most people just want to be left alone. If you have your frustrations, you have your thing, it's your fault, you deal with it, I want to be left alone, make sure you please me. If you don't please me, I'm upset and you need to look out for me. That's the narcissistic attitude of most common people. Satan, however, sees it like this. Oh, Frank had a baby with Sarah, but Frank was not the responsible father. Okay. Sarah didn't manage her relationships well, so her daughter, Elsa, is out of her mind. Elsa can't help it, you know what? I'm going to solve this. I'm going to give the common people the relief that they're craving by drawing Elsa into a cult. And when Elsa's in a cult, people can blame her and say, you see, she's in a cult, she's crazy, and people can be relieved. And by relieving them, I keep them trapped in the negative and they'll perish. Meanwhile, Elsa, or Elsa, if you want to call her, Elsa now is in that cult, and demons are using her to draw others in deception. What has happened there? The community had an opportunity to do what's right, to do what's best for everyone. They refuse to. They want to will whatever they will. They want to be left alone, seeking relief. Because of this, they contribute to injustice towards this Elsa. Okay? Whether Elsa was in the right mind or not doesn't even matter. They complied with injustice. By doing this, they enabled evil spirits. And Satan now looks at the situation. His demons report to him and he says, oh, great. Oh, I have plans for this Elsa. Oh dear. Jezebel? Yes, master. Bring a few desperate women onto the pot of this Elsa. Just young girls who are insecure. Just push them towards this Elsa. You, Beelzebub. Yes, master. Bring some lesbian dyke into the environment of this Elsa. Then another chief demon asked Satan, Master, what are you planning? The master said, don't worry about it, just trust me, I know what I'm doing. And Apollo, who's the ruler of the darkness, who's the heir of Satan, well, Satan wants to counterfeit the Most High. With the Most High, Christ is the heir. With Satan, Apollo is the heir. So Apollo tells his father, Dad, I hear you have a new project that I need to work out. What was the plan? And as so father, so son, the daddy explains to that demonic field that he brought forth, listen son, this Elsa, I'm going to use her to draw many young women into self-hatred and into witchcraft. She will not even be aware I'm using her. She'll be thinking you're doing the right thing. And those pagan Christians will think they're agreeing with agreeing with Christ will point a finger at her and blame her, and this blame towards her will push her further into the darkness. Remember, she thinks she's doing the right thing, and now you have those pagan Christians putting negativity on her, so she's going to draw further away from Christ. And the psychic asshole doesn't want to know anything about it, just be left alone, so I make sure they get their relief, so they remain in darkness, and that's how they'll perish. And the Bible tells that for thousands of years I've been ruling this world on your behalf, and you never stop to amaze me. Well thought. Well, that's how they probably would communicate with one another, because demons like to boast, be proud. I didn't give this parable to highlight the demons, but that's how they do. They're quite manly when it comes to taking chances, seeing opportunities. So if Satan was on his way to lake of fire, if he's manly enough to see opportunities and to take them, why is it that believers, I'm not talking about, look, I said Satan was manly. What I mean is he's confident. And he shouldn't be confident at all. Especially, he should not be confident, but he's confident in taking his chances when it's opportunities to lead people astray. And he takes those opportunities. He does. He goes around as a roaring lion, seeking whom he can devour. So he can't devour everyone, but he's seeking whom he can devour. So he's looking for chances, and he takes them. And then you have people that claim to follow Christ. And the only thing they do is to go to church on Sunday or on the Sabbath, and during the week just get along with the slavish yoke. And they don't confront anything. They only pray ritual prayer just to be relieved. And they don't want to be bothered with anything. Yet they shout, Christ Lord. Huh? How can you call Christ Lord as you don't trust him? You don't follow his footsteps. Look, what I mean is, believers ought to be confident in Christ, both male believers and female believers. And female believers are powerful also. Femininity is assigned by the Most High and is powerful when it's used in a Christ-centered way. So female believers ought to be confident in Christ also. They should be confident in their own abilities, in their own beauty, in their own strength. That's what the world is teaching them. They should be confident in Christ. That's where the femininity comes to. That's where the femininity is used the best way. But how can it be that the demons are more confident than people that claim to follow Christ? That's not right. I'm telling you, I agree with Christ. Be at peace.